Hello, welcome to Northeast Cooks. I'm Angelo, and to the right this is Ada, and to the left this is Brian. This is the second season, 5th episode, and today we will be making carrot cake cupcakes with cream cheese frosting. Alrighty, now we're gonna be sifting our flour. You might think it's not important, right, to sift flour, but we just really want to get all those clumps out of there, and so nobody, while you're eating the cupcake, has to have a big floury bite. The recipe asks for 1 1/4 cup of flour. Then we're gonna put our salt and our baking soda, which was already measured out. And then our cinnamon and our nutmeg. Give it a little stir. And then we move on to wets. All right, now that I've finished prepping our dry ingredients for later, I'm gonna hand it off to Brian so he can show you our wet ingredients.
In here, we're gonna add, we already have our 1/4 of brown sugar. Then we're gonna add 3/4 of white sugar. Then we're gonna add 2/3 of olive oil. Then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we're gonna mix on medium speed. Now we're gonna add our 2 eggs after we're done mixing. And then continue on a medium mixing speed. So now that we're done with our mixing, I'll pass it off to Angelo to put our already prepped dry ingredients.
All right, so with the mixture on low, right, we're gonna slowly add in our flour. Now, we're just gonna let that mix for a second. All right, so now that all the flour has been incorporated into this batch, we wanna stop the mixer, right? Let this go down. Make sure you scrape all that goodness off the mixer paddle. Off here. Make sure you scrape the sides, so all of the flour is mixed nicely in there. And now we're gonna fold in our shredded carrots. And what we mean by folding is that you gotta do this by hand. And the reason why is that folding is meant to be like a soft. You're meant to get the ingredients everywhere, like a blueberry muffin. You fold the blueberries in because you don't want the machine aggressively beating down on the blueberries. They're gonna explode, they're gonna get everywhere. You know, we want a nice even mixture of all these carrots in the cupcakes. All right, now that we've finished mixing our wet and dry ingredients, I'm gonna hand it off to Brian to scoop these cupcakes.
Now we're gonna do 1 scoop for cupcake. And we have our oven preheated to 350 degrees. Now that we're done scooping all the cupcakes, we're gonna add it into the oven for 20 minutes.
We're gonna be making our cream cheese frosting. We're gonna add our butter, which is 1/2 cup. Then we're gonna be adding our cream cheese, which is 8 ounces. And we're gonna give that a whisk. Now that our cream cheese and butter are softened and mixed together, we're gonna stop the mixer and we're gonna slowly incorporate 4 cups of powdered sugar. After the 4 cups, we're gonna slowly increase the speed of the mixer. Now that our frosting is mixed, we're gonna add in a teaspoon of vanilla. And we're gonna do a pinch of salt. And we're gonna mix again. Now that our buttercream is completely mixed in, we're gonna scrape off all the buttercream off our paddle. We're gonna place it in this container. Our cupcakes cooled off screen, so now we're gonna frost them. We're gonna take a dollop of our frosting with our spatula, and we're gonna pop it on our cupcake. We're gonna smoothly spread it on. Like this. And we're gonna continue this with the rest of our cupcakes. Now that we've frosted our cupcakes, we're gonna add a pinch of cinnamon to each one.
Thank you for watching
Northeast Cooks.